welcome to this third week of the seminar on Romero's ministry and martyrdom. This week we're going to explore his faith and spirituality, but in a way that invites us to reflect on our own faith and our own spirituality and how we might in our own societies and our own times translate that into action as Christians. Romero, of course, was a devout Christian, deeply spiritual man, deeply aware of his own flaws, his own sinfulness, he would say. But he understood his faith to demand action, particularly in El Salvador at that time, in that place, in the national crisis. But this is true of all of us. Obviously, his faith led him to act. But it's important to understand as well that he might not have been able to act as he did, with the courage that he did, knowing the risks he was taking in saying the things that he said at critical moments in the national crisis. He might not have been able to do that had he not been a man of faith, had he not been a man of hope. Just weeks before he was assassinated, he wrote in his private diary that he found it difficult to accept the possibility of a violent death, although he understood under those circumstances it was very possible. But he concluded the diary entry with a prayer. Father, right, give me the strength to understand that I should devote my life to God, whatever the end of my life may be. So his spirituality really sustained his courage and gave him the ability to speak out and to be the pastor of the Salvadoran people at a critical time. So this invites us as Christians to think about our own faith, to deepen our own faith, to reflect more deeply on our own spirituality, and to reflect as well as how we may, as Christians, act in the world around us. What are we called upon to do? For Romero's understanding of the church as the people of God, as the body of Christ in history, required Christians to become involved in one way or another. And so as we conclude the third week of this seminar, we invite you to reflect, in light of Romero's ministry and martyrdom, on your own faith and on your own social commitments.